When you're thinking about starting an interior design business, I know that most of the time you think that you're going to be working on these amazing projects, and the reality is you will eventually get to those kinds of projects, but it isn't actually a great place to start. So if you're right at the beginning of your career, this kind of project is really risky. It's you don't want to, you actually don't want a project like this. You want to start small, and you do want to actually grow with your experience. If you're working for somebody else, a project like this will take possibly 3, 4, 5 years to complete, from sketch design to completion. So they're not small projects, and it's not something a one-man band can usually complete on their own, if you see my point. So although this is the kind of dream project, the reality is at the beginning of your career, you're going to be starting a lot smaller, helping the 2-3 bedroom homes and families who really need your help, and who are willing to take a risk on you because the risk is low. So you will make mistakes, and that's okay. Everyone makes mistakes, but at least you're doing it in a safe way that is not going to be costing your client a lot of money, or you if you get into a bit of trouble. So the idea of starting where you're at and accepting that you're going to grow with your projects is actually it should be quite calming and rewarding, because every step of the way you're growing a little. I know when I first started, and to be honest, I did start actually working on projects as amazing as this, but I worked in a big office, and it was, I had a role to play in that office. It was one part of the project. So to think that you can do all of this on your own is really unrealistic. It's one of those idealistic things that you kind of explore when you're looking through a magazine or a book, and you're thinking, oh, this is exactly what I want to be doing, is creating these spaces. And you do get to create these spaces, but when you're right at the beginning of your career, it's okay to be at that point and be the sponge and get all of the information that you need by starting small, especially if you're starting your own business or freelancing on your own, or literally right at the beginning of your career and gaining experience. So just a little kind of guidance in terms of, especially if you're at the beginning of your career in interior design, these projects are amazing, and you will get there, but it's okay to be where you're at right now and enjoy those smaller projects, because the wealth of information and the knowledge and the growth that you're experiencing at these smaller projects is it's what you need to kind of build on. It's like building solid foundations to be able to take on these larger projects.